Yeah, well, I hope you're a bit wiser. You may be more confused, actually. I think I am, having seen it again. Anyway, she's a great dame, as I said before, in the Mae West style, as well as Marilyn and so forth. But you're going to see now The Blue Angel. And before you switch off, don't switch off. I know she said it's kitsch and terrible and everything appalling about it, but she said that about all her films. But this film's a classic. It's a film I can see over and over. In fact, one of my favourite three films, I mean, they must be, Citizen Kane, The Wizard of Oz, and The Blue Angel, one of the very first sound films ever made, made about 1929-30. And it was made by von Sternberg, who was an American, who went over to Germany at the request of Emil Jannings, the star of The Blue Angel, because he'd made one film with him that Jennings had liked very much. And he talked him into coming over to direct two versions, an English version and a German version of the story, The Blue Angel, which is a very simple story. It's cyclic. It's like, in a sense, it reminds me of Citizen Kane. The beginning's the end and the end's the beginning. It goes in a circle. And it's also about a disillusioned man who thinks he attains great happiness and then ends up virtually in the gutter. And the acting is very interesting here. I think that Jennings, gives a great, as they say, acting performance, which means it's, pure ham from beginning to end, totally over the top. His reputation, I think, is grossly exaggerated. Whereas Marlene, who was a virtual newcomer, she'd made some films before, but never in a starring role like this, just acts him off the screen every time they come together. But even so, there's something touching about this great German actor from the silent days, lumbering through this very claustrophobic film. It's very difficult, if you actually come to look at it, to realize when the period, what period it's set in. I mean, even the clothes, the men's clothes in particular, could be Victorian. But it's just a couple of the women's dresses, a couple of Marlene's dresses. You get it's the 20s, but you never see a telephone, you never see a motor car, and it's an enclosed society. It's about two enclosed societies: a school, German academic, sort of almost military, and then there's the enclosed world of this tacky touring theatre. And as a picture of both those milieux merging and then disintegrating, this film is a masterpiece, I think. It does have a wonderful atmosphere, and it's carried along by the sheer believability of Marlene as this rather tacky tart, who with a heart of gold, as usual, which gradually hardens, but not so that you're really turned against it. I mean, living with this old buffer for, you see the leaves fall off the calendar, must have got a bit tedious, and so, a bit of a kiss and a cuddle on the side, you can forgive her for that. But she's a joy to watch throughout, whether she's singing or just putting on her stockings or smiling or looking sad or sorry or whatever. She's got this luminous face that is just totally unique in the cinema. And I'm sure by the end of the film, if you don't know this film, you'll be absolutely in love with her, with Lola, and, sympathise with the poor old professor. Enjoy it.